Mac found Doc way back in the downstairs part of the laboratory. He was dressed in a long rubber apron and he wore rubber gloves to protect his hands from the formaldehyde. He was injecting the veins and arteries of small dogfish with color mass. His little ball mill rolled over and over, mixing the blue mass. The red fluid was already in the pressure gun. Doc's fine hands worked precisely, slipping the needle into place and pressing the compressed air trigger that forced the color into the veins. He laid the finished fish in a neat pile. He would have to go over there again to put blue mass in the arteries. The dogfish made good dissection specimens. "Hi, Doc," said Mac. "Keeping pretty busy?" "Oh, busy as I want," said Doc. "How's the pup?" "Doing just fine. She would have died if it hadn't been for you." For a moment, a wave of caution went over Doc and then slipped off. Ordinarily, a compliment made him wary. He had been dealing with Mac for a long time. But the tone had nothing but gratefulness in it. He knew how Mac felt about the pup. "How are things going up at the palace?" "Oh, fine, Doc, just fine. We got 2 new chairs. I wish you'd come up and see us. It's pretty nice up there now." "I will," said Doc. "Eddie still bring back the jug?" "Sure," said Mac. "He ain't putting beer in no more, and I think the stuff is better. It's got more zip." "It had plenty of zip before," said Doc. Mac waited patiently. Sooner or later, Doc was going to wade into it, and he was waiting. If Doc seemed to open the subject himself, it would be less suspicious. This was always Mac's method. "Haven't seen Hazel for some time. Is he sick?" "No," said Mac as he opened the campaign. "Hazel is all right. Him and Huey are having one hell of a battle. Been going on for a week," he chuckled. The funny thing is, it's about something that don't neither of them know nothing about. I stayed out of it because I don't know nothing about it neither, but not them. They even got a little mad at each other." "What's it about?" Doc asked. "Well, sir," said Mac, "Hazel's all about buying these here charts and looking up lucky days and stars and stuff like that. And Huey says it's all a bunch of malarkey. Huey, he says, if you know when a guy is born, you can tell him, and Huey says they're gonna just selling Hazel them charts for 2 bits apiece. Me, I don't know nothing about it. What do you think, Doc?" "I kind of side with Huey," said Doc. He stopped the ball mill, washed out the color gun, and filled it with the blue mass. "They got going hot the other night. They asked me when I'm born, so I tell them April 12th. And Hazel, he goes and buys one of them charts and reads all about me. Well, it did seem to hit in some places, but it was nearly all good stuff, and a guy will believe good stuff about himself. It said I'm brave and smart and kind to my friends, but Hazel says it's all true. What's your birthday, Doc?" At the end of the long discussion, it sounded perfectly casual. You couldn't put your finger on it, but it must be remembered that Doc had known Mac for a very long time. If he had not, he would have said December 18th, which was his birthday, instead of October 27th, which was not. "October 27th, said Doc. "Ask Hazel what that makes me." "It's probably so much malarkey," said Mac, "but Hazel, he's taking it serious. I'll ask him to look you up, Doc." When Mac left, Doc wondered casually what the buildup was, for he had recognized it was a lead. He knew Mac's technique, his method. He recognized his style, and he wondered to what purpose Mac could put the information. It was only later when rumors began to creep in that Doc added the whole thing up. Now he felt slightly relieved, for he had expected Mac to put the bite on him.